Hey there, and welcome back to the Second Lunch Podcast. We have a special guest today. He shot out of the exact same pendulum nutsack as Cole did. Give a big welcome at home. I don't know why I always say that. They should clap at home, but everybody give a big round of applause.
People clap at the movie theater, so clap for Clay.
To Clay P. Wait, what's your middle initial?
It's Michael. Roll M.
Clay.
Yeah, because Michael, our dad was Michael Patrick. So I'm Cole Patrick. He's Clay Michael.
Oh, there you go.
Big ego.
Yeah, keep it. Yeah,
Gotta keep the name going.
yeah, exactly. Big Irish ego.
Cole, I'm gonna let you run this sumbitch.
Yeah, absolutely. So Clay, I'm just gonna launch into it here. Obviously, we know each other. We go way back. We were
brothers.
We were at a grocery store one time buying beer, and the person asked us, like, how long have you guys been together? And I was like, oh, we're actually brothers, so forever.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, this isn't like a
ask.
twink bear couple. Siblings going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might have seen it from the foreheads.
We were chumming it up, I guess, a little too hard. But I'm gonna launch into our classic topics here, Clay, which food. We'll share some. We'll get a baby picture for the
Food are getting
thumbnail.
serious right off the bat.
Yeah, but Clay, you lived in Hawaii for a bit, and Chris may have some questions about that as well. But wanted to talk to you a little bit about the food in Hawaii, the 7-Elevens in Hawaii versus the 7-Elevens we got here.
I didn't know there's a difference. I'm very interested in that.
There's an enormous
Can we
difference.
start there?
Oh, yeah. So, as far as if I have the information correct, like the 7-Elevens in Hawaii are all owned by like a Japanese parent company. And they take 7-Eleven very seriously. So, like in the mainland, all the 7-Elevens are like privately owned, which allows them to be as successful or as heinous as they want to be. Whereas the ones
Sky's the limit.
the ones in Hawaii are like observed, and they have specific set items that that they can sell, and they've got about like 32 entrees on like in the fridge or in the hot area at all times. Like there's not really roller dogs over there. You can get. Like they're selling manapua, which is basically like a pork bun or like pork hash, but like anything you could want really for breakfast in the morning is located at the 7-Eleven. And it's of much higher quality. Like you don't feel gross eating 7-Eleven food.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more fresh.
Wow, that seems impossible.
You did tell me about.
Imagine that.
You told me about one sandwich there that you said was great, but we've got to talk about it on the show because I feel like Chris will be revolted. But
the chicken teriyaki and egg salad sandwich. It sounds pretty wild, but it works.
Somebody had 2 sandwich cravings and made 1 sandwich.
That's definitely the origin story, not a complicated,
Yeah, it was introduced to me, and I was similarly like, no, dude, you guys are, just eat one, and then you can
Have the other one later. Yeah.
Teriyaki sandwiches already, like, you're already getting into, like, turf that I appreciate, but also this is getting a little uncommon already.
Adding carbs for
It's
no
also
reason.
served on like the whitest bread imaginable.
Oh, for
It's,
sure.
Like something beyond Wonder Bread.
Yeah, the Japanese, like, fluffy bread. Yeah, super. I mean, it's great, but yeah, I don't know what nutritional value it has.
Oh yeah, I mean,
like,
you grip into it, it's got the structural integrity.
I would
like
absolutely try
like
this.
you can't squeeze too hard.
yeah. It's got, like, the Krispy Kreme. Like, oh,
I
this
would
goes.
definitely try that. Did you try it?
Oh yeah, I ate like probably close to a couple dozen, if not more. over my 2 years
I
there.
could see that happening. It's just weird enough. But just no, I would rock actually. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, and then of course,
we're
like
gonna have to
everyone
make
knows,
that.
like masubi. So like they got 4 or 5 variations of masubi, but
A lot of spam masubi.
yeah, I mean your salt intake is going to be high, but you will be like filled, and you'll not have a less bad work day.
Yeah, I think
After going to a 7-Eleven in Hawaii.
the diabetes frequency in Hawaii, I think, is a little bit higher.
Yes.
But I mean, it's at, like, the food that's cheap over there. It's kind of inverted because obviously it's an island nation.
Right.
Yes, it is rightfully a kingdom. But that's obviously there's going to be a lot of seafood there that's on the cheaper end. But then, like, I remember I wanted to buy some steaks for my dad because Dad was working down there. Clay went down there to work with him. And yeah, a simple grocery store trip in a place like Hawaii, it made me shudder, even having grown up going to Alaska, which was similarly expensive, or can get very expensive, especially the more far-flung you get. But fresh meat's just not so cheap.
See, it makes the Alaska one makes sense to me because I don't know.
My dad had dried milk growing up.
Who wants to fucking be there? Who is even going there? You know what I mean? I don't see there being I can see there not being enough people for them to be like, we're not going to send all these trucks of shit all the way up
For sure.
for that. But in Hawaii, I guess it's got to be getting it there is the problem.
Yeah.
But there's seems like they got to be raking in tourist dollars to make this a bit cheaper.
Yeah, how much, you told me one time, like, how much does the Honolulu area swell in population?
Oh,
in
yeah,
peak
like the
tourist
island of
season? It's like
Oahu
a half
can
a
have,
million people.
Yeah, like an
Extra.
additional 300,000 people on average during like peak tourism season, which is like around Christmas time, Thanksgiving to like January is when you have the influx of people.
Yeah, we visited Mike for New Year's the one time we visited, and it was nutty busy down there.
Then you get to witness locals and tourists screaming at each other. It's, just
I would be really pissed if I was
seeing
a
road
local.
rage incidents left and right. Like, ooh,
Yeah.
just trying to get home.
People chucking rocks at seals.
That is, oh God, that is one thing that's, I think, anytime you're traveling, you're going to be learning on the fly what the traffic culture is like and where the fuck you're getting. And normally it doesn't matter because if you're visiting, I don't know, Philadelphia, it's like, I'm going to blend right in with the 98% of these people live here. But Hawaii, it's like a third of the people here, at least on Oahu, are tourists.
Yeah.
Like people are fucking shit up all the time.
Yeah, that Pittsburgh left is really confusing.
Oh,
The
yeah.
locals.
Pittsburgh left. Yeah. Have we talked about that on the show?
Mhm.
We did. Yeah. Yeah. AI.
You know what a Pittsburgh left is?
Is that when you allow the first person in the front of the line to take their left
Yeah.
first?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it fucks up the AI driving there. Pittsburgh's going to be like,
Yeah.
through no desire of their own, or I mean, maybe they'll be happy about it. I
If
would
you're
be, but
first
they're
person
not
in
going to have
line,
the
not-
robo
Not
taxis.
from Pittsburgh, and someone's honking behind you, and you're like, I don't want to get T-boned.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
This is not a tourist-friendly vehicular maneuver.
Yeah, different driving culture. When I used to have to travel for work, you'd go different places and pick up on little things. Like Pennsylvania, where at least where we were, people would slow down hard and sometimes stop on the entrance ramp. Like that happened multiple times, and I was like, holy shit. You gotta get up to speed, brother. You're gonna get us all killed out here.
That's nuts.
But and then in California, I realized that when traffic is really shitty, rather than like speed up and then hit the brakes, there's a lot of just rolling, rolling at whatever speed your automatic will take you.
Yeah.
Through multiple trips to San Jose, it's just like, yeah, people don't hit the gas and then hit the brake. They will just roll as long as they can.
Well, have you seen the gas prices? There's this thing in Illinois where they're fucking awful drivers.
Is that what
I've
you call it?
never seen it in any other state where it's that consistent. I think it's just because you can't fucking drive in Chicago. It's an eternal traffic jam. It's just,
Maybe so.
Like you're
Yeah.
not moving. Maybe they're just like not used to getting to drive the car at
Yeah.
full speed. I don't know.
Don't the Scotties call them FIBs? Fucking Illinois bastards.
Yeah.
Isn't that the old Charlie Barron?
There's a lot of words that they use. Yeah.
Okay, Clay, I also wanted to talk to you about how Mike was generally lacking in manners. And this
Oh.
might be
whole
a
episode.
half-hour conversation. Who knows?
I'm so up for this.
I used to do these like chronologically. I think you brought up 3 specific ones, but
Yeah.
ones where I was more the witness of and had to relate a cool. First one, there's a lot of hills leading into Ballard from Finney Ridge, and a lot of them have these half circles, like half, so it allows one car through. And if you're first on the hill going down or first on the hill coming up, it's your right of way. And in Mike's defense, it was his right of way, and this lady started barreling up the street, so he decided in a 72 Chevy that he'd barrel down the street, which those don't have disc brakes, they have drum brakes. So he realizes this lady's not going to get out of the way and slams the brakes at the last possible second to only just like kiss her bumper. Like he managed to just hold on until the last moment and hits her bumper, and then immediately gets out very indignantly and is like, it was my right of way, which of course doesn't give you the right to like just
deliberately get in a car accident.
That's not how it works.
Like frontier justice.
But he proceeds to call her like pretty much anything you can imagine, all the bad words.
Go for it. I gotta bleep.
Oh, just like crazy bitch, fucking cunt, like everything
There
that he
we go.
possibly had in his arsenal. And then as he was getting petered out, like the woman was like, my kids are in the car. And he immediately, like, something snapped in his head. He's like, well, are they all right?
You
Yeah.
tapped into the one bit of humanity.
Yeah, they're fine. Then immediately just back to like, this piece of shit. Oh man.
This isn't, I guess, lacking in manners as much as absent-mindedness, but you did tell me that I think you were taking him out to a nice restaurant or vice versa, and just you sit down and immediate fat vape rip.
Yeah, we went to I'd like to say I think it's called Ben's Sushi. They have like a picture of Obama on the why. Like Obama had eaten there at some point, so it was like it's a nicer sushi restaurant where like you don't order like nigiri. They're just like $50, $100, $200 chef special. You pick it. Don't ask any questions. Like you're at the will of the
Whatever
chef.
the market had this morning.
Yeah, and it was also BYOB, which is more common over there, where you just go down the street, buy beer, and bring it in, and they don't even charge you like a corkage fee. They just bring you out a bucket of ice.
That's fucking sick.
Oh, it was a great experience, and like okay.
Yeah, but how much was the beer?
Cracking open my Sapporo. Oh, I mean, beer's about the same price.
Not
as
so
here.
crazy. It's more the fresh.
Liquor is
meat.
cheaper than it is here, but beer's about the same, which is shocking.
Okay.
But yeah, we got into, I think maybe like the first course had been delivered, and our dad was more fond of like the giant box vapes, and he just pulled one out and like hit a really big crackler. And like just kind of let it out immediately. Like didn't try to zero, like no, just
No
attempt
to
to
diffuse it, not in the shirt.
and just blew out a cloud, and the server was just like so shocked. She's like, "Sir, no." Like not even like get out, just like more like, "What?
Dude, come on.
You can't do that."
Oh fuck! I'm sorry.
Oh, he immediately tries to like capture some of it with like his sleeves.
Like some sort of like hillbilly wizard.
It's diffusing. It's
Yeah,
gaseous.
The doves are flying away, my friend.
I mean, they let us finish the meal, but I could tell the whole night, like, how much trouble is this old man gonna have?
Yeah. And I'm sure immediately they're like, that person is not going to tip.
Yeah, I think it was my 25th or 26th birthday.
Happy birthday.
The funny thing about the not gonna tip, because it totally makes sense, because Mike tipped really well. I think it's a blue collar thing sometimes where like people working all day, they'll go into like Pagliacci Pizza and they'll see the people pulling pizza out of the hot ovens and they'll be like $20 tip on a $40 pizza. That's what Gunner used to talk about.
You're
but-
still working? Nah, man. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
I'm out of here. But there was a funny time where Clay and Mike went to Anthony's, or no, it was Ray's, or no, it was Anthony's down on Ballard on the water. So decent restaurant, decently priced. And Mike went in and I think he ordered 2 entrees. And then that with his general Mike-ness.
By himself?
No, with
Oh,
Clay.
okay.
Clay was there. But we didn't know until a few days later. Sean was like, "Hey, I hope you don't feel bad about this," because it was a funny situation. But I was working at Anthony's the other day, and your dad and brother came in. Your dad ordered 2 entrees, and immediately the server came to the back and was like, "You got to watch that guy for a dine and dash."
Oh my God.
Like, not only is he not going to do that, not only is he probably physically incapable of dashing. Like, your dad was not. He was in good like physical shape, but like the man in his 50s was not sprinting after.
Right.
And during that time, he was good for like at least 4 Heinekens with dinner.
Yeah.
Especially with 2 entrees, you might get a 5th one in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, driving up the bill, they're like, "This guy doesn't."
He just
care."
had dine and dash energy.
It's,
I can't hit a wind sprint right now.
yeah, this guy's gonna tip you like 22%, but I understand your skepticism. Yeah, my buddy Sean was our buddy was immediately like, "No, he's not gonna do that. In fact, he's gonna tip
Poke
better
his
than
head up.
most of the."
Oh, it's Mike.
Yeah, exactly. This is a literal non-concern.
Like, yeah, he didn't dress for the occasion, but I assure you, he pays well.
Yeah. There was one other particularly key one before we
Yeah, his propensity to just like blast music out of speakers on job sites, which
One of my favorite stories I've ever heard, by the way. I'm very excited to hear you tell it.
yeah, fully, like it's against social regulations to begin with, and I imagine like at some point it's illegal somehow.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, and, he would
there's like Metallica limits on.
Yeah.
The,
he would work mostly solo, like for the company that we worked for. So he'd be, somewhere completely off in another part of the job, like caulking windows. No one would bother him. He wouldn't bother anyone other than the loud, pervasive music.
you just isolate him.
So yeah,
He's
like
a good worker. We just have to keep him away.
someone told me to go back there and like find him in the back of this. No one's back. It was in the back of the Daniel K. and Oye airport that we were working on. So I'm like in the back area with it's just him. Go find your dad. All right. And I get back there and he's like, 25 feet up in a boom lift. So he's elevated off the ground. If someone wanted to stop him, they couldn't. And there's a safety lady like yelling at him, like, you can't listen to music back here. Well, why can't I listen to music? I'm the only one here. Who the fuck am I bothering? And I'm just like, no one has noticed that I'm there yet. Just watching this play out. Just every time you turn around and just bark a few things and then go back to caulking. It's like, lady, you're not going to convince, you're going to have to escalate this. You're not going to convince him of anything.
I also remember later on, it was during COVID, so he had his mask on, but he walked away to smoke a cigarette, which requires you to pull your mask down, and I think he just felt like he was getting the hairy eyeball. I'm not even sure if he was, but he did one of those, what? Like, cigarette in mouth. Just, you are the world's saltiest man right now. Of course they isolated you on the job site.
Oh, yeah. Not that it's fully related, but I remember when like Hawaii had shut down because of COVID, and it all was like, it wasn't a taper, it was just all at once. Like, we're wearing masks, like everything shut down. And I didn't watch the news at the time because who watches the news? I play video. I get off work and play video
Especially
games.
during a pandemic.
I didn't know.
I think Hawaii shut down though before.
We shut
like,
down before everyone else, and it was also very abrupt. It was like overnight. These are the rules, and I didn't watch the news. So in the morning, I get to a Safeway and I see like my boss and a few other people I work with in a line. They're all wearing masks, and I'm like, that's weird. But I'm so so tired that I can't like comprehend what's going on. So I just walked into the store and then like got like a masubi and like some snacks and like walked out. My boss is just like fucking glaring at me. I'm like, what, dude? It's like, don't you know? And I was like, I got no idea what you're talking about. Had to be explained to me later at work.
Oh god.
Figured this was like when they ran out of rotisserie chickens at Costco and you got to wait for the next.
Very not much the type to just ignore like CDC advice. It wasn't that. It was just like I literally didn't know.
You never got the advice.
No, didn't know what was happening.
No. Especially, I mean, when you're living with Mike, there's so much news in your immediate area that it's sort of hard to absorb the news that is happening to like the greater state or country at large.
Yes. You watching InfoWars, man?
It's just whatever Mike's up to is
Just trying to keep up with what's going on with Mike.
He's got to have a 24/7 ticker on him.
A lot of stuff happened last night. Didn't catch the evening news.
Yeah, he managed to convince his bosses down there to start paying him on Thursday nights. I don't know how he convinced, but then he would get all lit up like a Christmas tree and then show up on Friday morning all like doped up and with sunglasses on to hide his like blood red eyeballs, just working in sunglasses all the time.
Yeah, one morning it was still like very dark out, and he's just in the darkest shades imaginable. I'm like, can you even see right now, old man?
Fucking
What?
Roy Orbison out here.
Leave me alone. Then during lunch, he's just sitting against a pillar, and you can't tell if he's asleep or not because his shade. And then he just takes a fat vapor hit. I'm like, he's awake.
He's awake. Well, maybe. Well, maybe. Yeah, because he would do the sleep smokes. I think we've talked about that. The double cigarette. Yeah.
Yeah, he got pretty addicted to nicotine when he was. I mean, he was always a smoker, but you'd catch him with like a chew in, a cigarette in one hand, and a vape in his other hand. You're like,
Jesus Christ.
just hitting him in rotation.
Yeah, my God.
Philip Morris got their hooks into that guy. They got their claws on.
Like thank you for like I think if they kidnapped you and threw a bunch of patches on you, they might have to like double dose you. Get rid of you.
We need to kill this guy with a different kind of poison.
He's actually sweating pure nicotine.
It's a crystalline.
Oh man, I don't know if we need to talk about the trip to Silverwood. We could probably save that.
Oh yeah, that one's more like there's not a lot of even like a lot of memories are funny in hindsight. That one's still a bit
Still a bit raw.
I just like take a special kind of person to be like, oh, that is funny. Like, yeah.
You need a certain distance from it. Okay, there was one I wanted to that I thought about earlier though that was funny, which was the time, and we don't have to. We can go as far into it as we want, but I got a call at work. You and Mike had taken mushrooms together.
Oh yeah.
And you were just like, Mike pulled a knife on me. And I was like, whoa, let me see if I can get out of my work at the grocery store really quick. Went home and like things had seemingly cooled off, but Clay, you can maybe tell what this was how I was brought into it. So I get home, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, I think I was pretty young, but I think Dad being like he didn't know, like his solution to me being too high on mushrooms is just like, oh, you got to drink more orange juice, like just dosing me with a bunch of vitamin C. So like it lasted way too long.
Well, then he kept pushing the orange juice on you, like make your high better, and you were like, quit it with the fucking orange juice. And at one point, you're down in the grow room where the famous ladybug genocide happened, and you like slipped past him. He padlocked Mike into the grow room.
I was pretty out of it, but this was a very like fear and loathing moment where I was like, I gotta get away from this man. It's like basically my nemesis.
And then he kicked his way out.
I was gonna say and what happens next?
He kicked his way out, and then I don't even remember the context for the knife. I don't think he was wielding it with the intent to stab Clay, but
just a lot of like arguing, which like two people on my, this shouldn't be what's going on right now. This is clearly, I'm like looking at tracers while also telling, get away from me, old man.
Oh God.
Backcountry. All right. Well, I'll see if I think of I did have one more mic thing. Clay, do you remember having to move the whole grow room in broad daylight?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a stressful situation. That's a mature situation, as it would be when you've got to do we lived with a lady that Mike had some sort of weird mortgage deal with her, or rent, where it's like, I'll give you $500 a month and then like half the weed that I grow every 2 months.
Okay, I was wondering if it was under her nose or not.
Yeah. Oh no, she was very aware.
Some real Trailer Park Boys nonsense.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, hash driveway.
Weed is money. Money is weed.
Yeah. So we're trading chickens out here. But eventually, as almost all Mike relationships do, they run their course. Not that they were in a but just even friendships or landlord relationships. Mm-hmm. Mike's going to eventually get angry or burn the bridge. So she went to work that morning. She was working like at 10:30 to 7. We lived in Montlake Terrace, and she had to get to Magnolia, so it was like left at 9:45. So at 9:46, we're constructing a big box out of like bed sheets and plywood and bullshit to hide, because of course he didn't time it right to have just clones, and we're moving like 4-foot fucking plants. Just a disaster. And
what then what, you putting them in a box, and did you have a truck?
Yeah, we had a big moving truck, and then we had to get them to the next house, which of course there was no way to get the box up to the door. So we're moving all these plants like in the alley with, holding up basically a big fucking bed sheet.
I'm assuming the next landlord didn't know about the
no
coming.
No,
it's just like, man, they use a lot of power.
No,
yeah, exactly. You got to start.
You like to shop for doctors and shop for landlords, like suss them out a little bit. Like this guy isn't ever gonna bother me. Let's rent here.
Yeah, Mike was good at finding those guys, but yeah, if you are going to start growing weed in a place, you want it to be the first month you're in the place. You don't want to be there for a month, have your energy rate at $80, and then it jumps to $560. You want to.
Yeah, you also can't like rent from one of these new like apartments in Seattle. It's like, oh, we got to check the fire detector in your house. No. What?
It's good.
Yeah, it was so funny. 2 different times they were trying to show a house for sale that we were living in, and Mike would just be like, we got an enormous dog down there. Can't do anything. And they did not buy it at all. They totally thought he was growing dope, but it never turned into anything more than that. But, one other story that I don't think I've told on the show. Do you also remember Clay and Queen Anne when he got in a drunk driving accident when he was on a date and he drove away?
Yeah.
And his date hit her head against the windshield, and he was just like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah, he was hammered driving, and then
somebody pulled out of their parking space.
Well, that's what he said.
In front. Yeah, that's his story.
It's possible.
May not be being straightforward with the reaction time.
You never know.
It's got to be so shocking to be pulling out of your. Let's even say this was the story. Be pulling out of your driveway in your lovely Upper Queen Anne home. You get T-boned to bejesus and back by an old, like, there was that old fucking steel, like, silver, it doesn't matter what it was, but
Oh yeah, like an early '90s Chevy, just heavy box. Fucking.
and then so you're shocked by that. I just got T-boned. Whew, I'm okay, the kids are okay. And then the guy that smashed you just continues driving. Like, what shocks you more, the accident itself or the fact that the guy just...
Right.
Most law-abiding citizens would not expect that to happen.
Yeah, even if it is your fault.
Yeah, I don't think they were dating much longer after that, but, you know, strikes and gutters.
If I was sober, I would have stopped.
Okay, I think we can transition off Mike for a bit and get into the broader agenda, Chris. And if I think of anything else, we can always
Okay.
swing back.
What do you think dogs think of such bathroom specific outings? Because like with me, I take Moose out, and I don't know, at least 90% of the time he walks out the front door. There's one mission, and it's pooping and or peeing.
Yeah.
And then he's already like equating that, like this guy just like wants to see me rock a piss or something. And then I'm picking up his shit with the bag. He's got to be weirded out by that too. Why is he collecting it?
Who's in charge of you?
Well, yeah. I don't know. I just think dogs have got to be weirded out by it. But they're also so nice and not judgmental.
I mean, the thing is, I think it depends on circumstance, because at our house, we are fortunate to have a backyard, so he's allowed to just go poop out there in the fenced backyard. And then the walks are long enough, too, that even if he poops in the first 2 blocks, it's like, well, we got a lot of other stuff to do. So I feel like he doesn't necessarily associate it in the same way. But that said, he goes to daycare twice a week for reasons unknown. No matter when we feed him, no matter how long we leave him outside in the morning, he's got to hold his poop for the daycare. He's got to poop in the daycare driveway. It's just essential to his
in the driveway.
He's got to do it.
Got to show
Perfect.
dominance. Look the other dogs in the eye.
Show dominance. Have you ever looked at a dog mid-poop, man? That is not a confident, dominant animal. It's just like anybody who has the door kicked in on them when they're taking a shit.
Yeah, and there's no way to look cool while your dog is pooping.
No,
You're
you got the bag.
captive.
Now, how would you look cool? Like, get the bag off the roll really efficiently?
Yeah, I don't know. Squint your eyes a little bit.
You ever heard the Patton Oswalt joke about the guy who pukes into the airplane puke bag really efficiently? He's like, that's that guy's one trick. Yeah, and you're just the guy that's got like the one-handed opening of the poop bag.
Maybe they're not that surprised, because I know that like a lot of animals sort of like, if pets like look at you while they're doing their business, because they're like, you got my back, right? I'm vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you cleaning it up, they're also like, good idea. They'll never know we were here.
Oh, God, that's so funny. Moose used to have a pooping on concrete problem as well. And when they start doing that like kind of poop water, you're like, fuck, this is happening right here, right now. Nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, Rusty's gotten better with he poops on grass more, but when we first walked him, it was like when he was a puppy, it was like he insisted on pooping on concrete, and we don't have sidewalks in like our entire neighborhood. So he's just shitting in the street. One time he shit in the middle of an intersection. It's like, oh, you want to talk about not looking cool, man? Trying to get a bag open in the middle of a crosswalk, because it's like,
Thank God you had a bag. Imagine if you'd already run out.
That's very true. See, that's why I try to bring the roll, just because
I gotta be better at that. I've been having to go back like so many times.
That's the thing, is I hate doing that, because there have been like 3 times in my life that I've failed to, or recent life, because I think I got punished a few times, and then it's like 3 times in the last 10 years where ran out of bags, roll had 3 on it, somebody got the shits.
Yeah.
It doesn't
2
matter.
miles from home.
Yeah, at that point, it's not like I'm going to get much of it anyway. But yeah,
I kind of get pooping on concrete because nobody else is doing it. You're like, fuck, I can claim it.
This is my. See, Rusty really likes to pee on like people's retaining walls, and it's like, that's gonna smell like piss. He's been hitting the same guy's retaining wall like for 2 weeks now.
Yeah, but I own it.
You do, but there's no rain, man. It is gonna smell.
Moose annihilated a neighbor's bush. Annihilated. I've
The
never seen a deader plant
leaves
in
were
my
coming
life.
off.
Yeah. It is tragically deceased. And there's like, it's in like kind of a, it's like kind of technically in their yard, but it's also on like right at the end of like the dog park area. So I'm kind of like, we replaced it. We went and we got another one and we replaced it in the dead of night. No, it was in the middle of the day, but
Well, that was
it
nice
felt
of you
like
to
it was
do.
in the dead of night. It's that one's not taking. I think he like ruined the soil.
He's killed.
He's just
he's salted the
absolutely.
earth.
Yes.
This guy took a page from the Romans.
Okay. Let's talk about dog poop. That's good. Oh, I was watching the NASCAR race the other day, and one of my favorite things, I don't even remember what the brand was because it was the next thing that got me. They said the official sausage of NASCAR. I was like, really? The official sausage? That's my favorite thing. The official product of blank company.
See, that feels
Most of the time, they're never related.
no, not at all. I mean, I might be eating a sausage while watching a race, but I feel like they failed to compartmentalize there. I would have official bratwurst, official hot dog, official breakfast
Why does it have to
sausage.
be official?
That's- well, I mean, I was wondering this. Like,
Clement's
what?
the unofficial sausage of NASCAR.
Some of the like with the
have no
NFL
affiliation.
official products like would have to be stocked in like the lunchroom. So like an NFL player came up with like an alternative Uncrustable, which is sort of like just leave it alone, man. It's fucking an Uncrustable. Let them eat it. Because apparently the NFL nukes like 200,000
Crazy amount of
Uncrustables like
Uncrustables.
Yeah.
in a short period of time, and so some other Uncrustable light company got a hold of this. So now that NFL teams have to stock that. Now.
That shocked me. We got Uncrustables for Kendall, and I was like, I'm going to try one of these for sure. And they're a good time.
Yeah, they're great. I mean,
But also, are we 12? You guys are in the NFL. What the? You could eat anything, and you're going for Uncrustables.
I do feel like there's
Construction
gotta be
workers do the
something
same
that's like
things.
the-
There's so many of them
Yeah.
at work. Like, you want one of these, man? Like, quit handing them out. Like, you're making it weird.
Yeah.
I do feel like there's something about the simplicity of that though that's like it's like instant energy. Like when I was diabetic and luckily I don't have to deal with the insulin anymore, but they're like, well, if your blood sugar gets too low and you got to get it up, you want to eat something
Uncrustable,
simple.
The official sandwich.
Are you on their payroll too? But yeah, they were like, you want to eat simple stuff because like if you eat like, I don't know, like a pot roast, your body's got to like separate everything out in a sense. And it's like, there's so much stuff in this gravy. Like, I don't even know what to do with this. Whereas an Uncrustable, don't get me wrong, with all the preservatives and stuff, your body might still do that, but it is jelly, white bread, peanut butter.
Mhm.
It is like pretty straightforward
I've seen this
enterprise.
before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can sort this out real quick.
Yeah, this is our bread and peanut butter, so to speak.
I'll have to go to the Wikipedia page, but the American child eats thousands of peanut butter and jellies in their lifetime.
Really?
Yeah, that is the estimate. Is like because I mean, some will have you'll have like 200 in a year when you're a kid. It's like, yeah, I did that for the first 15 years of my life. Yeah,
I think doing foreigners are like, you eat that, and then you're like, well, what was your childhood breakfast thing? And they're like, oh, we put like butter on toast and chocolate sprinkles on it. And you're like,
Yeah, beans on toast.
I'm-
Fuck off.
you're
judging mine.
you're gonna judge me?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, in fairness, we should never use British cuisine judgment of, somebody from Mexico or something wants to judge like all right, you guys have good food. Like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
But the Brits, no, you don't get to do that.
Yeah.
Italians want to judge.
Yeah,
all
I was
right,
gonna
all
say
right.
the Italians, Mexicans, you get a pass. Are wood chips the most disrespectful use of a tree?
I mean, other than just straight up killing the tree.
I was gonna
would
say I
so.
think it's carnage for the sake of carnage.
I mean, at least enough trees die out, and trees do have a lifespan. Like, we bought a tree a few years ago to replace one that had died out, and they were like, yeah, this is like a 40-year lifespan. So, I'll probably not.
Yeah, but I would expect those wood chips to look a little knackered. You know what I mean? Like those wood chips you see at like a 20-year-old playground. It's been weathered through a couple
Yeah, you
rainy
really
Seattle winters.
really sun bleached.
Yeah.
You dig down like 6 inches, and it's just like weird mulchy soil.
Yeah. We just got new wood chips at the dog park, and I was like, okay, wood is way too nice. This was a murdered tree.
Yeah, that's
This tree
fair.
could have been paper,
Christmas tree's got to be up there with shitty. uses for-
Although,
for a tree.
although I will say, if you go to the tree farms, at least, you know, it does seem
They're living a good
sustainable.
life first. You know,
Like,
tree
yeah.
farm's nice, lots of friends. But yeah, then we kill them and we display their carcass.
Lots of friends, probably like the same exact like DNA, like they're probably all propagated from the same.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's family. When you're here, you're family.
I did think of. I know this is not a sports heavy episode, but this did remind me of what I think the most disrespectful treatment of a tree I ever heard of, which is are y'all familiar with the Auburn Alabama football rivalry? College football.
Not super.
Well, they're people from Alabama, and they're passionate about football. And I believe it was an Auburn fan, and there was a stretch there where they like won 4 out of 5 national championships between the two schools. This was like the height of the rivalry. Guy calls into Paul Feinbaum's show, and he's like, you know, those 2 old historic trees they got on the Bama property? I was so angry with last Saturday's result, I poisoned them. They are going to die. And the radio host is like, surely you're kidding. Like, not at all. They are going to be dead as shit next week or whatever he says. And yeah, that guy
I think he went
spent
into
like
detail.
multiple years of prison.
I think he went into detail. He was like, I drilled into him. I put this specific chemical into him. It's like, all right, man. That's
Well,
everything.
we
That's
hope
all.
that's not true, but
Hold on while we get an arborist on the line. We gotta get to the bottom of this.
yeah, it wasn't like that. I drilled a copper nail into it or I girdled it. It was like, no, I poisoned it with like very specific things.
I put
But
Agent Orange in it.
I've been mad about football games, but never poisoned a tree. I guess that's a level of fandom I just haven't hit yet, is to basically destroy a
I tried to push
landmark.
over a tree, which defeated me, but I got my energy out.
It's,
Worth a try.
Yeah.
all right, Chris, I'm going to just give this to you straight. You got NASA penis sleeves was...
Yeah. I guess this is a quasi Wikipedia. I'm not reading from Wikipedia, but I was reading about NASA was having issues with urine leakage in suits, and so they had to design a penis sleeve to basically prevent catheter issues because that's ripe for infection, right? They needed to find another way for you to rock a piss in space and not have a bunch of pee floating around in your suit. And so they designed a couple sizes, and the leaks kept fucking happening. Can you guess why?
Because guys were lying about their penis
Bingo. It was small, medium, and large, and nobody was going to pick small. So a bunch of people were picking. So then they just made medium the actual biggest.
Oh, they lied back.
Yeah, they just lied back. Problem went away. I like that even fucking astronauts are like, no, my dick's big, man. It's fucking big, dude.
I also like to think, like, you know, you get into a cold pool, like things are, there's going to be some shrinkage. I imagine space isn't kind to your junk. I imagine lack of gravity isn't like, you'd think maybe it's doing, it's like, I don't know, man. I think that might be like your body's trying to figure out what's going on. Blood's going everywhere, technically, in your body. It's not settling down.
Yeah.
There is
not a lot
no
of gravity.
technical down here.
Yeah. I don't know. What does gravity do to your actual dog?
I also do like there's just no
Questions for next time.
no leakage in the back door. They figured that one out quick. Tushy suction. That was first try we got it.
Listen, everybody's comfortable with whatever butthole size they've got.
Small butthole.
Okay, when in Rome, this is very quick. Cleopatra designed the first vibrator.
Oh, nice.
Pretty sweet. She just trapped a bunch of angry bees in the thing, and bada bing, bada boom.
Seems
Well
like
done.
a lot of things could go wrong,
go.
but
That I had questions. I did have questions.
High risk scenario.
I tried to find more information. Where's she getting these angry bees without having?
I imagine
a
if you're
problem?
that wealthy, though, it's someone else's problem.
There's some very bee pimpled man in the corner, like, is it vibrating properly, miss?
I got at least 12 in there this time.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd figured out the whole smoking out the bees thing to calm them down. And...
Also, like, is the equivalent of low batteries. Like, the bees are tired, so you just start rattling a little bit.
Oh man, have you ever seen when an archaeologist digs up something that's very obviously a dildo and they're like, this unknown object? Come on.
Yeah.
Who could have? It curves upward like that?
Show me the back, because unless that came off a statue, I know exactly what that was for.
You want it to be a mortar and pestle. 9 times out of 10, it's not a mortar and pestle.
I mean, here's the thing. Where's the goddamn mortar? I'm getting a lot of pestles. All right.
Okay. Gucci or greasy? Headbanging. How do you guys feel about headbanging?
I'm getting too old to do it, but I don't have a problem with that at all. I think I would probably have a bigger issue with like aggressive mosh pit behaviors, which I've seen many times. Like not like there's stuff that's cool, and then there's rude ways to go about it. Like,
Headbanging outside the pit.
headbanging outside the pit, I think, is totally fine as long as you're not like smashing your head into nobody or like getting really.
I was at a sold out metal show at
El Corazon?
no, why can't I think of the fucking name right now?
Chop
Jesus
Suey.
Christ. The Showbox.
Oh,
And
nice. Okay, there we
that
go.
place gets tight when it's sold out.
Yes,
and
it does.
there
It's
was
a small venue.
shoulder to shoulder, and people outside the pit headbanging. I'm like, I don't know, man. Kind of in my space, but also I just can't do it. I think my skull has grown more than my brain has. So it's just rattling around in there. If I start headbanging, I'm immediately like, whoa, I'm going down.
Mine's more of like a mellow, it's not going crazy with it, but I do think that there's a difference between, kind of nodding your head to the song and then like, are you headbanging like Pantera style? Like you got the hair going in the circle and stuff. Like that's obviously, that's a different.
Right.
Yeah, if you have like an exceptional amount of hair and you're just whipping it into people, might have some questions.
Yeah. But
Is this appropriate?
otherwise I'd say largely Gucci. Keep it in your space and it's Gucci, but capability of turning greasy.
Yeah.
It's got the ability there. Do you headbang to 1-3 or to 2-4 on the beat?
Oh,
That's the question.
God, yeah. That can get frustrating just observing
Yeah,
it.
so you brought up like, headbanging off beat. Like he's not even listening to
Is
the
he
song.
okay? Is he all right?
Dude, it's the piano part.
I remember one time Clay and I were at a show. I don't even remember what it was. Clay and I, when we go to shows together, we tend to, lock down a table, get a little bit drunk, blah, blah, blah. Nothing crazy, but as older people in most of the crowds, and we usually get there early enough to lock a table down. And Clay and I went to go get a beer, and we came back, and there was a guy that was like sitting on the edge of the bar, visibly out of sorts, where it's like, oh shit, like, do you need a water, brother? Like, that would be amazing. All right, we got to get this guy back to planet Earth here. But I'm bringing this up because it's like, hey man, you're keeping your shit together, you're staying in your space, you're cool. You get all fucked up like this, kid, that's where it starts getting greasy.
Yeah.
Also, like the shows we see, it's like, are you fucked up at like a.
Why'd you get so drunk at Parquet Courts?
What's going on, man?
Calm down. They're like 45.
Really speak to me, man.
I was pretty drunk at that show. I had some weird stuff happen to me. Weird stuff, actually. I've never been hit on at a metal show in my life, and it happened twice. I was wearing a very sexy Frank Thomas jersey.
Well,
So
that'll
I get
happen
it.
to you. Yeah, the big hurt.
I didn't recognize either of them until after the fact, which I wouldn't have done anything. Anyway, I'm married, ladies, and Clay. But this girl comes up to me, and she's like, "Hey, we're up in the front." I was like, "Okay." She's like, "No, like we're up in the front if you want to come with us." And I was like, "Are you trying to use my size to get to the front?" I literally said that to her, and she was like, "No, just being nice." And she walked away, and I was like, "Oh no, I was just such a dick on accident."
Yeah, that's what you say when you shoot your shot and it gets shot down. You gotta have a backup plan to save face,
Right, right.
potentially.
Thing is, though, I mean, so many people, I've never been comfortable, regardless of circumstance, doing the squeeze past people to get to the front thing. At most, big enough shows when the crowd oscillates back and forth, when it's doing the back, sometimes I would just kind of stand firm,
Yeah.
In my spot, and then sort of naturally like squeeze past a few rows. But
I wait for people to move, and then I
there you
move
go.
up.
Polite stuff. But yeah, somebody, oh, my friend's at the front. Yeah, sure he is. Sure he is. We had this conversation with Lucas. But
Yeah. I think we talked about it multiple
the
times.
fake puke in the pit.
Okay. Gucci or greasy? We're gonna do the additional one. Astrology.
I mean, these days, I try to just be like respectful of whatever other people believe, but it's similar to like ghosts to me. It's like I've never seen a ghost, but if you've seen multiple
I
ghosts,
believe in ghosts and don't believe in astrology.
like I'm cool with it, like whatever you want, like, but and like personally, it's hard for me to wrap my head around. I don't think it's like necessarily greasy, but I don't like want to. I guess the more specific it gets, the more greasy it gets. Someone asked me like what time I was born.
Yeah.
Greasy
Fuck
as
off.
hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're just like, oh, you're a
What are you
Cancer, that
plotting? Like, what are you using this information? I think it's the greasiest possible thing on the fucking planet. It drives me nuts anytime. I like somebody asked me what's your sign. I'm like, well, you just gave me a sign. I'm not gonna fucking continue this conversation. This is going nowhere. That shit drives me bananas.
Classic Virgo.
Yeah.
yeah.
Classic no go for me.
Well, it's also like one of those topics that's sort of like spoken about as if the people that came up with it didn't have written language. Like we're aware of exactly where it comes from and what it's about, but instead it's just like, oh, like my medium told me this. Like, I don't know.
You mean like compared to the Bible, where it's like, I don't know who wrote that.
Little game of telephone.
That's
We'll get there. We'll figure it out.
But like to believe in that, it's like I'm pretty sure, but not the mythology. The Greek mythology is like same people did. Okay, all right, we're picking and choosing.
Yeah, that was the joke I used to always make. Is like, who do I have to stop being friends with? As a Cancer, tell me who do I got to cut off? Do I got to cut you off? Who am I lopping off here? You're telling me there's people I'm not compatible with. I used to figure that out naturally, but you're telling me there's some predetermination
Yeah,
here.
thank God the stars knew before I did.
Yeah, I can employ some Calvinist doctrine.
Yeah,
here.
I tune it out these days. I try to be respectful, but in my own head, I'm like, I hate this. But I try to, I try to be respectful.
That's an immediate. I'm going to be disrespectful. It's so stupid. I can't. I just can't.
Yeah, when people are Mercury's in retrograde, it's like, well, if you don't know what retrograde means and I don't know what retrograde means, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Mercury's in retrograde. Listen, brother, the lead levels in the water are bad. It's a lot more
They're going
attainable.
up. There's going to be more serial killers in about a decade.
I'm focused on the immediate. The EPA's getting stripped, my friend. Okay. Got Wikipedia lined up here. And this is a Wikipedia that I think some of our fans will know more than some of the other obscure ones that we've brought up. But this has been
possibly discussed this briefly before.
Really? Okay. So apologies for that, but we're going to get onto it a lot more.
That or we haven't. We've talked about plenty of lawn chairs.
So today we're talking about the lawn chair Larry flight. This is a good time. So Larry Walters, I'll give you the intro, made a 45-minute flight in a homemade, they call it an aerostat. That's a very dignified Wikipedia term.
Was this the guy who used balloons?
Yeah, tied to a lawn chair. 42
That's
balloons.
not anything other than a lawn chair with balloons. You can't give that a name.
Brother, it's an aerostat. The aircraft rose to an altitude of about 16,000 feet.
Fuck off.
Drifted from the point of liftoff in the San Pedro neighborhood of Los Angeles and entered control airspace near Long Beach, that's pretty fucking far as far as lawn chair travel is concerned. During the final descent, the aircraft became entangled in power lines, but Walters was able to climb down safely. So background on this. So we're going to get into a little bit more detail.
How many times did this guy go to jail? This guy doesn't have a clean rap sheet. There's no way.
That's fair. I think he had a clean rap sheet going into this idea. Now, whether it got worse after that,
just downhill.
This is the beginning of the spiral.
The aerostats became more and more complicated. And
we've been aerostat, terminal velocity. Okay, so mid-1982, Walters and his girlfriend purchased 45 8-foot weather balloons from a military surplus store. He attached 42 of the balloons, filled them with helium, put on a parachute, strapped himself into the chair. Good thing that he strapped himself. I'm sure it was a really complicated rigging that he had with. I slipped some rope through the holes in the lawn chair.
He took the fucking seatbelt out of his Dodge Dart. Now.
There's an AMC gremlin that
something
somehow got more dangerous.
Said something like that'll do.
Oh man.
Okay, so every time I've heard this story, I was thinking they were like party balloons, and I was like, that had to be hundreds, if not thousands, of fucking balloons.
No, they're big. I know that the fans at
Cleveland
home,
River would have loved
like
it.
this is not him, but it's somebody replicating the same. So you can see they're much larger than a human being.
I also like that they
They're-
color weather balloons just like party balloons, at least in that circumstance.
Yes.
Yeah. Why aren't they all red?
Like you'd think they'd be something like brick red, like
Yeah.
like this is a weather balloon, not
Yeah.
like blue,
Yeah.
party.
Just whatever you want.
White, yellow, fuck it.
So he had he filled him with helium, strapped himself in. He took his pellet gun, a CB radio, sandwiches, 2 liters of Coca-Cola, a 6-pack of beer.
Yeah. Fucking A.
Can you imagine getting killed by an empty that got dropped by Lawn Chair Larry?
Oh, they had to be cans, at least.
When the cord that tied his lawn chair to his Jeep broke prematurely, which says to me that the helium was really lifting this hard, it broke the cord before the end of a planned delay to notify authorities. At least that's what he said. So
He must have gone up pretty fucking fast then. Surprised he didn't pass out. Or did
Yeah.
he?
Well, that's a good question. But yeah, rose rapidly to 16,000 feet. He was in contact with REACT, which is a citizens band radio monitoring organization. So he contacted them and said, they asked, what information do you wish to tell me at this time as to your location and your difficulty? This is like an airport line. The difficulty is, this was an unauthorized balloon launch, and I know I'm in a federal airspace, and I'm sure my ground crew has alerted the proper authority, but just call them and tell them it's okay.
Larry. Classic Larry.
After 45 minutes in the sky, so he got to 16,000 feet in under 45 minutes. That's
like
pretty impressive.
45 minutes. I wonder how much of the 6-pack you got through for starters.
Hopefully at least 2, but I would have been shitting with how fast I was going. I would have got through none of it. The Coca-Cola would have been untouched.
Or
Also-
you would have
also,
immediately gone
It
through
briefly
all of it.
mentioned like he purchased the balloons with his girlfriend. Like,
She had an insurance plan, no doubt.
well, like
There
was
a life
she in
insurance
on it, or was she
situation.
just happened to be present when he bought a bunch of weather balloons? Like, I don't know what Larry's up to, but why am I being roped
Yeah,
into
I
this?
assume she might have had some
Wikipedia
questions.
When she's on the security camera later.
I was just there.
So he shot a few balloons, taking care not to unbalance the load. He then accidentally dropped his pellet gun.
No, see, that's who got whacked.
For
Whoever
sure.
got
Or
Just
like
pellet gun
like
to
a
the
really
dome.
destitute child,
Despite
like, believes in God forever.
He's
like,
been
just
asking his parents
for
for
a
a
Red
pellet
Rider
gun.
forever.
Yeah,
Gifted from the
falls
sky.
out of the sky.
despite having taken a camera, he did not take any photos, which again, I think really leans into that thing was going fast.
Mhm.
He descended slowly until the balloons got caught in the power lines. Yeah. So I think the thing we talked about before might have been the guy that got caught in the boxing ropes that had his own.
We did definitely talk about that.
Yeah. But this is this guy had more control, it sounds like.
Until
Yeah.
he lost the pellet
How
gun.
the fuck did he steer it? If you're
I
not
don't think there
steering
was a lot
it,
of
it's not anything.
Classic
It is
hot air balloon, just sort of up, down,
wherever the
sideways.
wind takes me.
Are you familiar with jellyfish? Walters was immediately arrested. The regional safety inspector said, "We know he broke some part of the Federal Aviation Act, and as soon as we decide which part it is, some type of charge will be filed."
New rule.
He was initially fined $4,000. He appealed. It got reduced to $1,500.
Can't afford that. I spent all my money on weather balloons.
Just after landing, he spoke to the press saying, "It was something I had to do. I had this dream. I had this dream for 20 years, and if I hadn't done it, I would have ended up on the funny farm."
Yeah, that's what was going to put him there. That is nuts. I don't know what would drive a person to do such a thing.
I imagine he had to have like a proclivity to skydiving, or to do that with just like, I don't even really know how to parachute.
Ooh, do you think he wore one of those cool leather pilot mask hat things with the flaps, the goggles in it?
like an altimeter on his wrist?
Yeah, I'll give it to him if he did that.
Yeah, that's lawn chair.
Because you get the hat, then what are you gonna do?
It starts with the hat.
I'm gonna have to take to the skies.
All right, I know we're low on time here, but I am going to just get at least one of these this week in history questions out. Yeah, we're down to 5 minutes, so it might just be this one. But June 1st, 1951, largest ferry system in the United States, Washington State Ferries, begins operation. Do you like taking the ferries or do you avoid them?
A little bit of both. I enjoy it. I enjoy it when I'm on there, but I'm also like, this is the oldest thing I think I've ever been on. I'm pretty sure I'm going to die. So I'm always like, could I swim? Like, if I had to jump in, could I swim? I'm always thinking of an escape plan. So that part's a little bit stressful, but I kind of like it. You ever go up on the deck and
it is
it's
nice.
Cute.
Yeah, fun time.
Mm-hmm.
I avoid them very hard.
Yeah.
Going to the destination that you require one for is always a bit romantic, and coming back from the destination is always like, I'm a haggard piece of
Yeah.
shit. Lying on
So annoying.
on this flotilla.
Yeah. It's a pleasure barge.
That's fair. I just have bad experiences. I feel like I'm always in the line. The ferry
It's not
sounds
timely.
nice. No.
Anytime I have to take a ferry to get someplace, I'm like, oh, fuck. I have to take a fucking, like, how long is it going to take me to drive around if I can drive? That's always the next thing, I think, because I'm like, well, if I have to sit and wait in line for 45 minutes.
I'd rather die on I-5.
Yeah.
And you live further north, so you get stuck having to take it more in theory because, we live south of we can swing around. All right, Chris, time for your question. Are ferries the most photographed public transit?
I think it has to be. People love taking, maybe taxis.
Yeah.
In, like New York.
Could be lawn chairs. But
Hindenburg's got to be way up there. Zeppelins.
Yeah.
But there's not that many of,
Oh, yeah, but all the ones that are,
blimps and-
Ooh, yeah, I was
they
gonna say.
aren't public transport. The Hindenburg, maybe not public transport, maybe wealthy transport.
Did I read that the Goodyear blimp is the only blimp left? Like, that still runs?
Quite possible.
I thought they had a few. There was only, I remember at the peak of blimps, there were only like 12. There just weren't that many.
How do you get your blimp pilot license? Or is it kind of the same deal as a lawn chair?
I think your dad has to be the blimp guy.
Yeah.
I think it's like,
Inherited.
yeah, for sure. I think in England, like it was multi-generational, and in France, like the guy who executed King was, whoever the fuck it was, that Louis the 13th, he was like the fifth in a long line of executioners. So maybe that's you got to be born into it, like a NASCAR driver.
I like that they named it blimp, too, because I wouldn't call any mode of transportation a blimp, but it is the only thing you could possibly call that.
Yeah. A blimp.
Not necessarily an automatopoeia, but like you look at it and you're like, that matches.
Yeah. It looks like that thing got blimped.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, and it received a
Inflated.
blimping.
Yeah.
Also, to have a Zeppelin be the other thing, and a Zeppelin having a Z in the name, also fitting. You fucking wacky transportation,
Yeah.
You should have the Z.
It's a form of transportation named after every other letter with the last one.
Okay, this will be the very last question. We'll get out of here. June 1st, 1974, the Heimlich maneuver is invented and published. June 1st, 1974.
That's insane that it's 74. That's so late.
I feel like that's just when they got it, or the news around.
It's
Someone
when
was
it was
pulling
published.
Heimlich way
They got
back
the
when,
word
just
out,
like
yeah.
he's choking, just punches him in the gut.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call this yet, but it works.
Are there any inventions that you're surprised came around so late, or any inventions that you're surprised don't exist yet? And I'll buy you both a little bit of time I'll lead with mine. I really thought that autonomous vehicles would be possible, like sooner than it seems like they're going to be. Because I feel like the year 2050, we're going to be telling our kids, like, you're not going to believe it, man. We used to drive around like 4 tons of metal, or excuse me, 4,000 pounds of metal.
Yeah.
And
We used to have to pay attention.
Yeah. What if you were drunk? Did you have to like blow into it? Nah, dude, you just fired up.
My answer's similar, right? We were promised flying cars. For decades, we've been promised flying cars. Where are the flying cars? Actually, now that I'm going to take that back. It's just thinking about how other people drive. I'm not sure I want them to be able to fly.
Yeah, David Tweedy, I think, has a great joke about this. Like, yeah, it's called a helicopter, and they're not very safe, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a flying car, and Kobe Bryant didn't survive.
Yeah.
You got anything, Clay? You don't have to.
No, not necessarily. I mean, there's some food things that, like the Uncrustable, where I'm like, that just seems like that should have been invented with Tang. Like Tang and that should have been paired together. That didn't come
NASA,
out till like
come on, guys.
2004.
They're too busy working on the penis sleeve. They couldn't get to the
Yeah,
Uncrustables.
no space
Yeah, like you had Hot
sandwiches.
Pockets for 2 decades, and no one was like, make a PB&J one.
Wouldn't even have to put it in the microwave.
All right, I think that we can wrap her up here.
Well, it has been a delight having multiple Finchins on this show. Give us a like, follow on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, I guess. We only post food thoughts there. Not really on the X machine much. Anyway, Jordan, love you all. Bucks and 6.